Hi everyone, today I'm going to be doing some watercolouring on a canvas, and I'm going to be using, oops, sorry about that, that was my my storage drawer falling out. So where was it? Oh, I know. So I'm going to be doing a canvas, a small 5x7 canvas I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to be using my favourite watercolour stamp from Stamps by Me, and it's the, I'm not sure if you can see it, there we are, that's better, isn't it? Let me get a piece of card, let's see if I've got a piece of card. Oh, there we are. So I'm going to be using that stamp on a canvas, and I'm going to be using the new watercolour wheel that Tony had on Create and Craft a couple, when was it, for a 4-day deal. So I'm going to be using these on a canvas, and as with all my canvases, you know that I always give them a coat of gesso, so I'll be using it, the canvas will be gessoed, and it's just going to be a plain watercolour effect, and let's see how I get on. I'm not a watercolourist, but I've been practicing, and it's just a case of practice makes perfect, I suppose, but it's going to be a long time. So I'll turn you to overhead and we'll get started. Okay, so here's the canvas, and I'm just going to give it, just put a dollop of the gesso on it, and I like to spread the gesso all around with a baby wipe. I'll just go around the edges. There we go. So that's that. And the gesso I always use, well, the majority of the time that I always use, is my Winsor & Newton. Excuse me. And I'll just get my heat gun and give it a quick blast. Okay, so now that's dry, and to stamp this image I'm going to use a block. I can't use my Eureka 101 because of the thickness of my canvas, so what I like to do is I like to put another block underneath, and it just gives me that. So first off though, what I want to do, I'm going to open all these colours, and I'm going to give my the background a colour wash first. And I've got a little palette as well on the top of the water wheel where I can use that palette as well. And you get all these different colours, 72 different colours, and I'll just around. I will be using the brush that comes with the Eureka, and it's a beautiful brush. The bristles are really nice, and to do the colour wash I'm going to use my 3/4 inch brush. So I need a spritz, and I need to just activate the water, activate the and just pick it up and just spritz this, and then just drag it across. I'm going to try and introduce different colours into it as well. Let's see if I can get an ombre effect. Let's see, I should go with this colour. So as you can see, I'm just reactivating and just bringing, so I've got a kind of an ombre effect. So what I need to do is find the darker one and just add that to the top. There we go. Bring that so far down. Clean my brush. There we go. So I really like that. And I'll just quickly just touch up the edges, just so they're not white. Oops. There we go. Oops, so clever. There we go. So I'm happy now that that's all done. And I just need to touch that up where I've just made a mess. Oh, see that colour? There we go. So all I'm going to do is just give that a quick blast with the heat gun, just to make sure it's dry. As you can see, it's going darker to light, so really nice ombre effect. There we go, that's dry. I'm going to put my acrylic block underneath now, and I'm going to make sure that the stamp is the right way round that I want. Yep, so I'm just going to place that in the middle, and I'm going to use VersaFine Smoky Grey, because for this occasion I don't want it black. So I'm just going to ink up my stamp. Just going to place stamp down, and I'm going to really give it a lot of pressure, always keeping one hand on my block, making sure that all the ink's transferred onto the canvas. It's not something I've done before, not live anyway. So we take that off and see, and it's very faint. So what I'm going to do, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but because of the etchings on the stamp itself, it's quite prominent, and I know I'll be able to see. So I'm going to reposition this now, and if you'll just excuse my head if I get in the way, which is why I've used the grey. So let's see, there we go. And it's give it kind of, can you see, it's give it kind of like a very faint look, which is really nice. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to quickly blast that because I want that dry. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my little brush and just bring in a couple of my colours. I want some greens. So reactivate this. I'm going to just highlight the bushes. Got some little bushes here. Got some here as well. So I'm just kind of working. Don't want it to be perfect. And as it dries, it should go, as you can see, it's dried, so it's gone quite pale. I want some grey. I'm just going to drag the grey down the pathway. And it hasn't stamped fully in the middle of the path here, but I quite like that because it's just faint. Yeah, I'll bring it up. There we go. There we are. Can you see? It's just very, very faint. Which I think kind of adds to it. And then I'm going to bring some brown in. Activate the browns. And I'm going to just flick with the brown. By no means am I a watercolourist, but I think it's just nice to have a practice and just get it. Just want to try this colour now. So what colour did I do on this one? I'm just going to highlight that. And I'm going to go with the greys. But I'm going to go with a darker grey, I think, or the black even. This is black, so I'm just going to highlight the roofs. Almost looks like a Dickensian feel to the scene, doesn't it? Or somewhere in Paris. We'll add some brown for the chimney pots, I think. Excuse me, I've got a tickle in my throat today. There we go. I'll do the shutters. I'm just going to leave the windows white, clear. I've got shutters here and here. I've got shutters here as well, and here. So I'm leaving the windows, not touching the windows. Excuse me. And I just want to go down the side of the building. And I think I might try this colour here. And just do the fencing. There we go. And I think we'll have a nice dark green pot. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. There we go. I'm going to leave it at that because I think that looks really nice. I think I just might get the grey again and just finish off adding the grey here on the street. Deepen it up a bit. And I think that's all I want to do for this. So for a first canvas, watercolouring. I don't think it looks all that bad. As I said, I'm not I'm not an expert, but I just want to show you really, you know, just give it a go. Tony said it's one of the hardest crafts to master, but once you've mastered it, then you'll be fine. So you can guess what I'm going to be doing over the next weeks and months to follow. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's short and sweet, just an insight to watercolouring, and I do hope you will visit Stamps by Me website. Tony's got some amazing stamps and dies, and of course Eureka 101 and the new postcard, the small one where you can do your postcards. So I'm looking forward to getting my hands on that, and all that's left for me to say is happy crafting. I'll see you all again real soon. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, like and share with your friends, and until next time, bye bye.